I feel like it's one of the things where it's really getting more unified. I feel like a lot of Christian hip hop artists are realizing the power in unity. Because it's so much music that's out here, man. That has an agenda, man. That's because a lot of people don't realize like music is a hypnosis. Like you get to listening to the beat and stuff, then you get to singing those lyrics of your life. And so I feel like the Christian hip hop community, like, is really becoming more unified. We like, yo, like we here, like we ain't coming to play. But other than that, man, I'm really not a fan for the back and forth on social media.
Coming live on your radio.
What they want?
That real and raw.
How they get it?
DJ Focus.
What we doing?
Making music, reaching the corner. And it's all for the kingdom.
And we gon' make sure they know it.
Ooh, 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 ooh. We gon' take it there. I like red letters over trap beats to fix it in. Ooh. DJ Focus, tell him turn you up. Ooh. DJ Focus, tell him turn you up. Ooh.
Welcome back, DJ Focus, Dice Gamble. You tap back into the Fixx, your source of faith-infused hip-hop, R&B, and poetry. It's time for our spiritual detox. And we got family on, man. I promise you, I've been building with my brother for a few years now, man. And listen, he ain't been letting down, man. Ever since he came on this gospel hip-hop, Christian hip-hop scene, he say, y'all, if y'all ain't gonna give me a seat at the table, I'm gonna build my own seat. And y'all gonna put some respect on my name. And he got he got this new little EP out, man, and he rapping on this thing, man. So I'm excited to talk with him, man, about these couple of tracks he just released and just the journey. Listen, the legendary, I'm giving him a legend status from Alabama, Dante Pride. What's going on, brother?
Come on, man. What's happening, man? I'm happy to be here, bro.
Yeah, man. A lot of people don't know, man. You've done a lot of music in your short little stint of doing music just because you started so early. So just catching people up, man, on the journey, man, your musical journey, man. I think you was like 11, 12, man, starting off, and you've been in a lot of spaces on some stages that a lot of these artists wish they would have been on too as well. So just catching people up on that before we talk about the Zoom music.
Man, I hit the stage for the first time, man, when I was 12 years old, man. My uncle's a youth pastor. He gave me an opportunity to perform. So, man, I was the one that was in the middle schools passing out the CDs, burning CDs at my folks' crib, passing them out at school. Man, and then when I took a break for a while in my early high school years, and then right before I graduated high school when I was 18, and I just started coming back swinging. I had a single called Eccentric, and man, I've been rolling ever since, man.
Yeah, you have. So, I ain't get a chance to talk to you about this song you got with Kanye West. Come on and break down the inspiration behind that, man, because I feel like it's a soulful gospel, still got the little trappy element into it because you bring your little favorite, but talk about the inspiration in making that track and the collaboration with Candy on that track.
Man, I had been sitting on that song before I had even presented it to Candy. I had been sitting on that song for at least like 3 years.
Really? Why?
Man, I just felt like, man, timing, just the timing, man. I was in the season, and I would always just sing that song when I was in the shower. Like, no matter what may come my way, you're still good. And man, during the time where I feel like the Lord told me to release the joint, man, I was in a season where it was real hard to say that the Lord was good. It's like, yo, like I'm going through a lot right now. And he just reminded me of this the scripture. It was John, I want to say it's John 16:33. And he was saying, these words I've spoken into you so that in me you may have peace. In this world you will have trouble, but be of good cheer, for I have already overcome the world. And so that was my confirmation. Like, I was like, Lord, like, why would you have me to release a joint that don't fit my situation right now? And so that song right there was bringing me out of a pit. And so that song was actually to minister to me. And now, it's touching lives of so many people. We released that song almost 2 years ago, and now to see it coming back up, I think they started pushing last week, and we like 200 on media-based billboards right now. So it's crazy. So to see the song blessing and touching so many is just glory to God. And I'm a churchy boy. I'm churchy. I grew up a PK, and so to be able to really just have a little bit of my roots on that joint, man, like it's crazy.
So does that mean we're gonna see more of that? Are you saying like, so let me ask you, would you be willing to do like a whole like gospel type project where it's just you kind of with that gospel feel to it? Would that be something you looking to do, or you got enough to listen? You got enough. If you sitting on stuff for 3 years, you got enough in the vault where you could just pull something out like that?
Yo, I got some stuff that I'm working on now that's just that straight gospel feel. I'll be in Atlanta next week. I actually be working with the great Drea
Oh
Dollar.
man, oh yeah,
Uh
it's over. Listen, let's be very clear.
yeah.
So if you coming to work with Drea the GOAT, man, you in good shape, man. I already know that thing about to run numbers up, man. Drea the Dollar. If y'all don't know Drea the Dollar, Drea the GOAT. Listen,
Go.
go ahead, go to Instagram, follow her, message her. If you need a hit, she
That's
know
the
how to
one.
write hits. She know how to write hits, produce them. Yeah, she Grammy certified. So,
Come
oh,
on.
you in good hands. Then, shouts out. That's family. Shouts out to Dre. That's family. So you looking to make like another song like that?
We got some more coming like that. When I tell you, like, I love just that choir feel. Like that's like I said, that's my roots. And to be able to collide that, with that trap feel, like I just feel like there's just the connection. I just love being able to bridge the gap. And so yeah, we got some more coming like that. I got some in the vault that's like that as well. So I can't wait for y'all to hear this new music.
Listen, I'm gonna put some in your spirit, and shouts out to Drea, just in case Drea listening to as well. I feel like, see, because since I know you're going to work with Drea, I'm gonna put some in your spirit, something that ain't been done in our space. What if you was to do, and I'm gonna just say a small little EP? Maybe you did 3 gospel songs and 3 rap songs, and you have it in that same element like Outkast had with the speaker box and the love below. If you pull something off like that, I'm telling you, I'm just
Yeah.
putting it in your spirit. That might change our little space for a minute, because ain't nobody doing that. Ain't nobody probably even thought about doing that. And just remember the
Man.
small people. If you pull it off, just remember, Cash App the dollar sign, the Fixx Radio Show. Just remember the small people when you go up. You know what I'm saying?
Gotta sow the seed.
Yeah. You remember. Listen, I know what Sound Exchange checks look like now. So shouts out to everybody. Yeah. So y'all be forgetting about the DJs, but remember, I know when I spin your record, I know what you get. Yeah, let's be very clear. So yeah, just think about the small people. But no, I think you should consider that though, man. I think that would be dope, because one, you able to pull it off. I think only 2 people, maybe 3, maybe really
You
2.
got to shout out Swoop in that joint. Swoop. Like
Yeah. Swoop could probably pull that off.
that Sunshine album was crazy.
Yeah, it was. But I was thinking Cole. I was thinking Aaron Cole. So my thing is, I'm talking about really sing like what you doing. Like, so I'm talking about get the singing element where it's all it is
Yeah, I
is
see.
singing on them 3 songs, and then you come back to 3 songs, you just talking that talk, bar spit, trash talk,
Yeah.
whatever it may. So that's what I'm saying when I say the balance of doing a full EP like that, where you get, okay, you get this part of Dante, but also, I can rap for real too as well. Don't get it
Man.
twisted.
Hey, when I tell you focus, man, it's coming, bro. It's coming.
Yeah, so listen, I got a chance to kick it with you a little bit, man, at the Stellars, man. Talk about just your experience, man. You and your wife was down there, man. Me and my wife saw y'all, man. It seems like y'all was having a good time. Was that your first Stellar experience? If it wasn't, just talk about what your experience, because a lot of people need to hear. And shouts out to everybody that's listening. One, it wasn't until about 4 years ago I realized that our genre, we
Yeah.
don't really realize what the Stellars are. Like, a lot of people in Christian hip hop, like, what's the Stellars? That's for old folks.
Yeah.
No, not really. That is the biggest award in gospel music.
They sleep.
We are a subgenre under gospel music. I don't know if you guys realize Christian hip hop, gospel rap, whatever. It's a subgenre under gospel music. So we still under their umbrella. So just talk about your experience and just what the Stellars meant for you and your wife hanging out and kicking it, enjoying the show.
Man, for me, it was just surreal this year, man. My wife, she does makeup
Oh,
for Erica Campbell a lot when she does award shows like Dove, Stellars, and so I remember the last time I went to Stellars, it was in 2019. It was actually right before we got married. And man, I remember I didn't even go. Like I didn't have a pass. I didn't have a ticket. So, I just kind of just chilled in the Airbnb while my Airbnb while my wife went and worked. And so for me to come from the Airbnb to the carpet was just crazy. It was just crazy to me. And it's just a testament that people are watching. Like, it was just so many interviewers, people that were doing interviews that was like, yo, like, D, like, you here, like, bro, like, this is crazy. Like, I'm so happy to see you here. Like, you've been grinding this and that. And so for me, it's just a testament that your name is in rooms that you ain't even stepped in yet. And so for me, it just brought chills for me, man. Just people that, that I look up to from a music standpoint, and men and women of God that's just out here killing it for the kingdom. Was I'm coming up to them like, yo, like, I'm done. Don't even say it. Like, I already know who you are. Like, and it's, for me, it's just so humbling. And it's just like, Lord, like, I see, like, you really have not forgotten about me. And so for me, it was just a surreal moment just to be on that carpet among so many greats, so many great artists, the GOAT, DJ Focus in the building. And why he talking about the Stellars and everything, this man's a Stellar Award winner right here. So man, it's just an inspiration. And I believe, man, one day, man, I'll be receiving an award, man, at the Stellars, man. So it was phenomenal.
Listen, keep putting the work in. You will. Keep putting the work in one day. And to God be the glory. I tell people all the time, yeah, it's hard work. Yeah, absolutely. It is a blessing to be able to win a Stellar, but you got to put the work in to get it. I promise
Yeah.
you. It ain't no cakewalk. The rules and all the judges of everybody that controls that with the whole Stellar. And shouts out to Don Jackson, his wife, Teresa Jackson, everybody. They do a phenomenal job of doing everything. But yeah, you got to put the work in. So to
Yes,
God be the
sir.
glory. Come on, Dante. Let's talk about our community for a little bit. I love getting some, people who are, movers and shakers, a part of the community, moving around.
Yeah.
We have this conversation all the time on the Fixx. The show is called The Fixx for a reason. So, just in your humble opinion, since the last time I talked with you, how have things been just in our community? When I say our community, I'm talking about the Christian hip hop, gospel rap community. With you, working with artists, temperature of, how you see people's social media pages, because we all
Yeah.
watching. We know there's been some back and forth with, some people in the industry. I know, D1 and Pastor Marcus Rogerson had some words, and I can go down the list. I know you look at it just like I look at it. So just tell me, your thoughts on our culture, where we are united, are we divided? What does that look like for collaborations with artists now? Are you able to make more phone calls and people take them now, or was that even an issue? I'm just saying, just in general, speak to, what you've been doing over these last couple of years and how the community has been to you.
Personally for me now, man, for real, man, it's crazy. I just did a few features, man, that'll be on the album. It was literally just a DM, and it's
Good.
like, yo, like, here go my number, send me the track, like, let's work. And so for me, man, it's just super dope because I feel like the community now, especially in CHH, I feel like it's one of the things where it's really getting more unified. I feel like a lot of Christian hip hop artists are realizing the power in unity. Because it's so much music that's out here, man, that has an agenda, man. That's because a lot of people don't realize, like, music is a hypnosis. Like, you get to listening to the beat and stuff, then you get to singing those lyrics of your life. And so I feel like the Christian hip hop community, like, is really becoming more unified. We like, yo, like, we here, like, we ain't coming to play. But other than that, man, I'm really not a fan for, the back and forth on social media when it comes to, things like politics and debating, like the small stuff. I feel like, at the end of the day, man, I heard Kurt Franklin say, for one, I'm all for correction, and he was just talking about, correction and judge. Like, we are called to righteously judge, but one thing
Facts.
he said, are you judging to crucify, or are you judging to redeem? And so I feel like a lot of stuff can be taken care of, as a body, as going to your brother. If you got their number, like, hit them up. If you got their Instagram, like, if y'all friends on Instagram, like, DM them. But for me, I'm not really a fan of the back and forth. But I will say, if something is addressed publicly and you feel like the Lord has called you to maybe told you to call it out publicly, I mean, go for it, man. But I don't know Marcus like that, but I personally know D1. I know D1, like, you know, he be ready, man. He ready. And
Uno
so
always ready. Let's be very clear. Uno always ready. I still call him Uno. Uno always ready. He don't need nobody to pump him up, motivate him or nothing. He always ready. So yeah.
But I feel like, man, a lot of stuff can just be handled, man, privately. But I feel like, man, it's such thing as healthy conversations as well. Like, get on an Instagram live. Like, let's chop it up on Instagram live. Let people see a healthy agree to disagree type ordeal. Like, yo, like, I may not feel the same way you do about this, but look, man, like, it's all love. Like, we both striving to win souls to Christ, and, like, you know, it is what it is. Like, I love you. So yeah, man, that's where I'm at with it.
You know, it's funny because, you know, while we talking a little bit about the church and politics and how that looks and whether you left or right, what that looks like as believers, being able, like you say, even if we agree or disagree, it should be respectful.
Yeah.
I struggle with this whole mindset that, you know, sometimes, I ain't saying all the time, but sometimes our culture is caught up in the popular opinion or whatever it may be when you talk about politics instead of following and trying to get behind somebody who is supposed to push policies that are individual to your household. So I think a lot of people fail to realize what politics is and how politics work, and
Yeah.
everybody's structure household might not be the same. You know, somebody over
Yeah.
here, you know, might be in another tax bracket than this person over here. So if there's better benefits from a tax perspective, yeah, I don't look for my I'm be honest with you, and I know this might be the unpopular thing to say. I don't look for my president to be a believer. I don't. If
Yeah.
he is or she is, that's a bonus.
That's a
I ain't
bonus.
looking for them. They not my pastor. They not my shepherd.
Yeah.
I ain't looking for them to give me no type of spiritual counsel, tell me about Jesus at all. I need them to run the country. No, I'm just being honest. I need you to run the country and
feel
act
it,
like you
though.
know what you're doing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I totally feel it. I feel like, you know, a lot of people, when they look at politics, you have to look at it from a policy perspective.
Yes.
You can't look at it like, and
Yeah.
look, y'all, I ain't shouting out who I'm voting for, none of that on it. But my thing is, you can't even look at it like, okay, like, I'm gonna go with the black woman, just being transparent. Like, I'm gonna go with the black woman, I'm gonna go with the black man because they're African American, or, you know, I'm gonna go with the white man because he got money. Like, my thing is that you really do, like you said, folks, like, but look at the policies. And then I feel like as believers, like, we be falling to the trap every election season. And
Every election season.
It's like, yo, well, we don't realize we be arguing over this stuff, but we in this world, we not of it. Like,
Facts.
we be around here acting like this is the end all be all. Like, we are citizens of the kingdom at the end of the day. So once we wrap our mind around that, man, I don't care who you voting for. I don't care if you voting for Trump, Kamala. If you on the lower side, like, I'm rocking with you.
Yeah. All right, come on. Let's talk about this new music, man, before we get you out of here, man. You got these two singles, Sauce on Me, man, and honey lemon pepper
Hot
wings.
honey lemon pepper.
Yeah. Come on, hot honey lemon pepper wing. Listen, you got me hungry over here, man. I'm thinking about some wings for real, bruh. Come on and talk about it, man. Break down this, you know, the two tracks. And again, I saw a different Dante on these two singles, man. You rapping on these. So I feel like this was kind of personal. Did somebody say something to you, and you just wanted to check them real quick? Like, oh, you think I can't rap, huh? Oh,
Man, I feel like the last couple of singles and stuff that has been released, like, it had kind of been like, you know, it's that fun type joint. And so it was like, man, like, just in case they forgot, let me show them, like, you know, I got bars. Like, I got some stuff in the vault. Like, I got bars. But not for real, man. Those singles, man, I had literally said, like, I'm sitting on, like, albums right now, like, with crazy features. And the crazy thing is, man, at the end of last year, like the fourth quarter last year, like, I was so frustrated. I was like, yo, like, I got writer's block. I was like, I can't write nothing. Like, I would spend hours in the studio frustrated because I was like, yo, like, I got a bad case of writer's block. And literally, I was in the shower. This is the second time I've been in the shower. So you see what me and the Lord have a lot of conversations at. And the Spirit was just reminding me, like, hey son, like, it's not writer's block that you have, it's a lack of intimacy. And so, the gift comes without repentance. So for me, like, I can come in here, I can write something, but is it anointed? Like, these are fun tracks, but like if people just listen to the lyrics, and for me, I just feel like the Lord cares about me so much. And he's like, yo, like you cannot release songs just because like you have to be in the secret place. So for me, when I tell you like the month of January, like literally I was a studio monk. Like I was locked in. Just writing like crazy. And so with me being from a small city, I reside in Huntsville, Alabama, but I'm from Decatur. And so a lot of times what people don't realize, when you're from small cities, people remember you on how you once was.
That's real.
And so on the Sauce on Me joint, shout out to Breno. I got Breno on the joint.
Rapping too. Yeah.
Sauce on Me, in the hook I said, they say, I know how you used to be. First of all, I used to be a slave to sin. Now I guess I'm going in. Take the chains out there, boy. They say, I know how you used to be. Well, I guess he saw some use in me. Make no sense, but change on it, boy. Y'all will catch the bar later. But so many times, people, they label you on how they once knew you. And it just brings me to the story of the woman with the issue of blood, man. When you go back and read that scripture, they labeled her, she didn't even have a name. They called her the woman that suffered. But the crazy thing is, when she touched the hem of his garment, he called her daughter. So that revelation for me is like, yo, when you have an encounter with Jesus Christ, your name changes. So which once was is not anymore. And so for me, man, there was just a message like to not only people, the listeners that are out there, but so many times, even as us believers, like, yo, I used to hold myself hostage to my past. And that was like a message, like literally to hell, like, yo, like y'all thought y'all had me, like say you thought you had me, look, like I'm freer than a mud now, and I'm here, like let's get it. So yeah, that's where that joint came from. Hot honey lemon pepper, that just stands for the seasoning. Even though I can eat wings every day, I ain't talking about wings on that joint, but but I'm talking about that seasoning, that flavor. And so both of those songs, they complement each other. Like you listen to the joints like hot honey lemon pepper, it eases into to sauce. And so both of that is just talking about the encounter and the transformation that you have when you encounter the Holy Spirit.
Was that tough for you, man? Because I feel like you're on a different faith journey now, man, over these last couple of years. Like you say, God had kind of been showing you some things. You had to go through some things.
Yeah.
Has that been tough on you or challenging at all to submit to that and really walk in that?
For me, man, I will say, yeah, I'm gonna be transparent. I would say yes, because I used to be one that was so caught up in the opinions of other people. Like, I was a big people pleaser, and I always just wanted people just to look at me a certain way. And I just wanted, for anybody that's out there, that's listening to this, I just want to let you know that, for one, you can't maintain your image. It's so hard for you to maintain your image. And a lot of people, that causes unnecessary anxiety and unnecessary stress, because how are you going to try to maintain your image when you were created in his? So for me, man, my head was spinning, like literally. And so literally it was like, yo, it's not about me, it's all about the kingdom. And so when I started just to really just seek him, man, get in his presence, man, like that's when I really found out who Dante was. So for me, I really just feel like, man, I was just out here. I wasn't confident in who God had called me to be. And so in this new season, man, like even just counseling, all of that, man, I believe in Jesus and therapy. And so with that being said, man, like just being able to really just talk things over, from childhood trauma to, me now, in adulthood, man. For me, man, I really can say now, like, yo, like this is Dante. And I feel like, as you said, like, the music is sounding different. I feel like people can hear that through the music. And so, yeah, man, just walking in freedom. That's what you're hearing in the music right now.
What's next before I get you out here? What's next? You doing any being a part of any tours? You opening up for somebody, or you doing any shows before the end of this year?
Man, as of right now, man, as far as the shows and stuff, man, we steady right now, man. Stuff comes out of nowhere a lot of times, man, when I hit the stage. So I got some stuff at the end of this year as far as show wise, man. I put on a big show in July every year. I did it in June this year. We moving it back to July next year.
Okay.
But I call it the We Outside concert. And
Okay.
it's a ticketed concert that I do here in Huntsville, man, and it's insane. But we running that back, so I just want to throw that out there for people to be on the lookout for next year. But other than that, man, I've been working on this new music. Man, this album, I got an album that's ready, but I'm waiting on some things, man. We got some things that are in motion, man, that I want to wait before we just release this music. But this the Fixx family, so I shout out, some of the features, man, that'll be on the upcoming music. Man, we got Few on the joint, man. So shout out Few. Of course,
yeah.
you guys know about Breno from Sauce on Me. But then I got my boy Jordan Armstrong, man, on the joint as well, man. And so then I'm working on something special with my boy Big Breeze. And so yeah, man, like we got some crazy joints cooking up.
Listen, don't sleep. I don't know if it's on your radar or one day you do it, but man, listen, you got Black Sheep down there, man. You need to do some work with, man, you know what I'm saying, Pastor Mike Jr., Adia, you know what I'm saying, Da Vinci, you know what I'm saying, Just Cordell. Like, yeah, I'm just saying, that should be on your radar too, because you got a sound that I know to compliment, man, any one of those artists on Black Sheep. So, yeah, I hope that's on your radar too.
I'm spilling all the beans on here, but me and Adia, we do got one that we're
That's
working
what's up.
on. So, yeah.
Yeah, that's good. That's good. All right, man. I appreciate you, Dante, man, for coming through, man. Come on, tell the people how they connect with you, follow you on all your social media platforms, and come on, introduce this hot honey lemon pepper.
Yo. So y'all can follow me on all social media platforms at I am Dante Pride, and that's everywhere. That's TikTok, Instagram. I don't care what you on. Like, it's on all social media platforms. And this song right here that you about to hear, look, this is that hot honey lemon pepper. Look, tap in. Look, we going crazy on this one on the Fixx Radio. Let's get it.
Keep it locked. You tune into the Fixx. You know the Fixx is in.